What's going on, guys? Dare here with Fantasy Football Advice, coming at you with another draft. And no, this one is not a mock draft. This is one of my actual drafts I'm doing. It is a 12-team, 0.5 PPR from the 12 spot. And these guys that I'm playing with, they're little wild cards. I know they're going to go mostly based off ADP, but some of them are fans of certain teams who may reach on players. Some may be a little less experienced than others. I'm just going to take it for what it is. I personally hate drafting from the 12 spot. I never seem to get really that good of a team, but I do think that I have a solid edge on this in this league. I have an edge in this league, so I don't think it'll matter that much. I think that I'll be targeting the right guys, and hopefully I can take advantage from some of their mistakes and get some good value either way, even if I'm drafting at a spot I don't really like. Typically, coming into this draft from the mocks that I've done before, I've found that I really like to go running back. Ideally, Devonta Freeman, Jay Ajayi, or Devonta Freeman, DeMarco Murray. I've been really good. I mean, if I can get Devonta Freeman, Melvin Gordon, that would be good too. But Devonta Freeman's really key. I have a feeling he will be gone. He has been mostly gone. DeMarco Murray, Jay Ajayi is a really good combo as well. I'm going to avoid Jordan Howard, though. I have him as a tier below. I have also been avoiding Melvin Gordon. I know that a lot of you guys are really high on Gordon, and obviously for good reason. He was really good last year, but I've just been avoiding him. There hasn't been situations where I have decided to stick with a wide receiver either, because whenever I've done those, I've just been extremely weak at the running back position, and there just wasn't an opportunity for me to make it back. I actually have 3 drafts today. I have this draft right now. This is actually Sunday, so you guys are seeing this the day it's happening. I'm going to upload this right after. And then I'm going to a live draft with some guys who've been playing fantasy for a long time. They have been playing fantasy. A lot of them are older, like 40s, some are in their 50s. They've been playing fantasy since it was in the newspaper, and they would take the stats out of the newspaper and do their fantasy that way. How all the details work, I have no idea. This team's been going on for so long. These guys are so old school. They use a website called RT Sports. Probably one of the worst fantasy websites I've ever seen. So let's see what's going on. Devonta Freeman's gone. Melvin Gordon's gone. So I think we're going Jay Ajayi, DeMarco. That would be ideal. Hopefully nobody takes them, because Jordy and AJ Green are there. Oh yeah, this guy's going to take him. His name's the Green Bay Muck Dogs. Do you think he's not going to take Jordy Nelson? Yeah, he will. Ladies and Edelman. She played last year. She had Julio Jones. I remember that. Hopefully. Phew. She took Jordy. Oh no. That means Green Bay Muck Dogs might take my player. I might have to go AJ Green if they take DeMarco or Ajayi, because I'm not taking Howard. See, the 12 spot's so rough. Look at all that talent that's already gone. Doug Baldwin's creeping up. Okay, so Jay Ajayi's gone. So going AJ Green, DeMarco. I haven't really been getting AJ Green in 12, so I'm pretty happy with that. Well, that just goes to show you have a plan going into something. Sometimes you don't stick to it, but this is what I'm talking about. These guys are rookies. Why did they let AJ Green fall to me at 12? Should never let that happen. Happy either way. Now I know I'm going to be a little weak at running back, but that's okay because this is 0.5 PPR. That means I can be a little bit more flexible with the types of running backs I choose. Someone like Chris Thompson, while he may not be as valuable as he is in PPR, he still will hold some flexible type starting, maybe borderline starting in a tight spot situation. Because it's not like I won't have running backs. I will have running backs. It's just that I'll have no depth at running back. So let's see. It's really hard to look for targets when you're Like my next pick's 36 and 37. I'm not even going to get a chance to even look at players until over here. I think Dalvin Cook's probably going to be my main target. I am glad that I got AJ Green. Sucks I won't get Martavis Bryant. It's way too early. The top of the 4th. Way too early. I'm not going to get him in this league. I've already come to terms on that one. Haven't been able to snag him in from the 12 spot because either he's not going to fall to the back of the 5th, and that's my next draft spot, the back of the 5th. That's literally pick 60, and he's 61. He's such a polarizing player. Everybody wants to draft him early, so if you want him, you kind of have to draft him at like 54, 55. I think Dalvin Cook, Travis Kelce, these would be great targets. I really want Dalvin Cook. I could go Joe Mixon too, but all these guys are going to be gone. See where Edelman is. As you know, Edelman tore his ACL. Fantasy impacts for that, not much. We weren't drafting Edelman. Edelman's fantasy value alone is obviously done, but Tom Brady, he's not going to skip a beat, I don't think. We saw Chris Hogan step up a lot. I think he is a big benefactor of some targets. I think Tom Brady, while we won't know how good he would have been with Edelman, I think he looked spectacular in that preseason game. If anything, Aaron Rodgers isn't my #1 quarterback anymore. It's definitely Tom Brady after his performance. Some of those darts he was throwing. So yeah, if I was on the clock and I was told I had to take a quarterback and it was Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, I definitely would have taken Tom Brady before this Edelman injury. Now I think it's a little bit more close, but I don't think that it really is going to impact him all that much. I still think he's going to be better on a points per game basis than he was last year, just because of the addition of Brandon Cooks. And I mean, a lot of his players were injured, so he did have Blunt, which was a decent run game, you know, the little Blunt action, but I think that his running backs are much more stable now. Even though they're a bunch of, you know, backups on different teams, that's essentially what Blunt was anyway. And the Patriots just know how to get the most out of their players. I mean, the Patriots have always used backups. They can just, they just figure out how to get it done. It's really impressive. But yeah, so Brady and Rodgers, I may even take Brady ahead of Rodgers if I had the chance. Does it affect Brandon Cooks? I don't think so much. I don't think so. Gronk may see more targets, but Gronk's Gronk. If he's on the field, you're playing him. Yeah, that's not going to be more reason or less reason to draft him. If you're deciding on drafting him or not, that's clearly because you don't want to take the injury risk, or you do. Okay, so my pick's coming up pretty soon. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather too. If I'm sniffling or anything like that. People are voting TY. That's good. So I said this league's full of rookies, obviously. They're voting TY for good reason. If TY ever fell to me in the back of the 3rd round, I would definitely take him, but that is wishful thinking. Oh, Brady is ahead of Rodgers now. How cool is that? That is awesome. I guess a lot of people that watched that game thought the same thing as me. Because I'm pretty sure Rodgers was ahead of Brady last week when I was doing my last draft. Larry Fitzgerald, great target. You guys should be targeting him. Christian McCaffrey, he's good as well. Leonard Fournette's gone. You should be targeting them. Ty Montgomery is starting to become overpriced. He was a good target of mine, especially in PPR. But look, he's going so high now. I am not sure. He definitely shouldn't be going above Cook. Hopefully these guys are snoozing on Cook. Yeah, they're taking a while. Let's see some teams. Let's see the Green Bay Muck Dogs and ladies and gentlemen. Man, I really wanted DeMarco and Ajayi. Yeah, I definitely need a running back. It's not that I'm not high on DeMarco. I just think, you know, with his age and everything, and obviously, you know, Derrick Henry's extremely capable behind him. He's not my first pick. He's not. He's kind of like, you know, he should be top 10 no matter what. He should be safe in that aspect. He did break down a little bit towards the end of the year, and you know, I just I like Ajayi's upside a lot more than DeMarco Murray. I think if both have really good seasons, that Ajayi is definitely the one who's going to end up finishing higher, because Derrick Henry's still going to be involved. Derrick Henry potentially has, you know, some startability. You know, you can throw him in the flex and he will be able to produce for you in certain weeks depending on matchups. T.Y. Hilton at 31. That was amazing. Well, I might actually get some good picks here. If I get Terrell Pryor and Dalvin Cook, holy cow. Now I'm getting excited. But I might get even Larry Fitzgerald and Dalvin Cook. Holy crap. I haven't had this good of a wraparound pick in so long. But either I'm getting Demaryius Thomas, Terrell Pryor, or Larry Fitzgerald. And at worst, I'll get Michael Crabtree. Out of all of those, I want Michael Crabtree the least. Pretty sure one, if not all three of these guys will be picked. I think Dalvin Cook is safe. I don't think anyone's going to reach on him like I am. So let's see. Now I'm getting excited. So let's see who fell. Christian McCaffrey was picked a little early. That's part of the reason. Ezekiel Elliott at 22, huh? Not bad. Do we have any update on his situation? Okay, Carlos Hyde. Wow, I couldn't have asked for better. And Golden Tate, that's why. Because all these players we have ranked lower than these other guys. And Tom Brady. I'm going to get to pick Terrell Pryor or Demaryius Thomas as my third-round pick. I am just so... See, this is exactly what I was talking about in the beginning. These guys are inexperienced. They are just letting the value fall to me. Normally I pick Demaryius Thomas. Okay, Larry Fitzgerald's gone. Demaryius Thomas for sure. And Dalvin Cook. That's great. So, wow. That's amazing. It was so hard not to take Terrell Pryor. So hard not to take Terrell Pryor. But Demaryius Thomas is so safe. I need that safety right now. Yeah, so right now I have a lot of picks. Pick 60. The best case scenario for me would be to get Martavis Bryant. And I doubt that's going to happen because, like I said, he's been a huge target for a lot of people. And I'm not going to draft a quarterback. I'm not going to draft a tight end. Another target for me is Amir Abdullah. And let's see who else. Stephon Diggs. This is half point. He still has value. Let's see who else. Devontae Parker. Guys. Parker. If you are not drafting him, draft him. I don't know what you're thinking, because if you've seen the connection that has been going on with Jay Cutler and him, then you know that he's a big target. He hit him in stride for like 50 yards right there, and they didn't even play the whole game. This guy is going to be a beast this year. 1,000 yards, no problem. The touchdown upside, I'm not sure. I think, you know, 6 to 8 touchdowns is fair. But you're getting him in the, what, the 6th round? I wouldn't mind having Devontae Parker as my next pick. Allen Robinson's been falling. I think they said Bortles won the QB job. That's disappointing. because Bortles really sucks, and it sucks for Allen Robinson. I think both options really aren't great. Terrell Pryor just went so late. That hurts my feelings. That hurts my feelings for Pryor himself. If I get Breeze in the 6th round too, I would consider it. But I really want a running back. So Amir Abdullah is for sure my next pick. Hopefully Abdullah and Martavis Bryant would be my picks 1 and 2 in this situation. Joe Mixon actually would be there too. I may not take Joe Mixon in this draft. Drew Brees is gone. That's fine, because I have DeMarco and Dalvin Cook, which is already a little risky. I don't like having too many rookie running backs on my team, and I know in the later rounds I'm going to be grabbing rookies. And if I just have a team of rookies, that's just not smart. You should keep it to about 1 to 2 rookies per team. Once you start getting 3, 4, you're really just kind of on that rookie hype train, and I never like to be. I like to have a nice mix of veterans and proven performers. Danny Woodhead's an excellent value right now. And Michael Crabtree, I'm not sure why either of these guys are down on them. Calvin Benjamin's still too high. I'll take Tyreek Hill even in a 0.5 PPR. Ooh, another quarterback. See, look at this. 4 quarterbacks taken in the first 5 rounds. 4. 5. Make that 5. Russell Wilson just got taken. I would have liked to have Russell Wilson. I'll be happy with Cousins. Cam Newton, 6. The run. The run is happening. Good. Leave me the value. I might get Martavis, guys. Sucks though, because Martavis, Amir Abdullah is not as good as Joe Mixon. Amir Abdullah's look good in preseason, don't get me wrong, but their offensive line is just garbage. Even Cincinnati's bad offensive line is much better than Amir Abdullah's. Will Joe Mixon catch passes? Yes. Certainly. He's extremely skilled in that area, but Amir Abdullah is no slouch either. Who has less mouths to feed? There's Theo Riddick, who's going ahead of Amir Abdullah. I never understood that. But either way, someone took Frank Gore over Joe Mixon. This is what I'm talking. These guys obviously don't watch the channel. Good thing they don't, because I wouldn't be able to get any of my guys. I almost have to take Joe Mixon though. I would love Danny Woodhead. Michael Crabtree I'd have to take too. Michael Crabtree in the back of the 6th or 5th. Yeah, back of the 5th. Oh, so these are all 4th round. I made a mistake. I said, 5, 6 QBs taken in the first 5 rounds. No, it was the first 4 rounds. All these guys were. Cam Newton's not a 4th round pick. I don't care where you're coming from. LeGarrette Blount got taken. I'm going to have so much value in this draft. I'm for sure taking Martavis Bryant with my next pick. And then I probably have to take Joe Mixon, even though I love Amir Abdullah. And that will really pain me not to take him. Hey, and for those of you in the comment section, the guys, oh no, Martavis Bryant just got taken. Oh. Well, that hurts. That hurts a lot. I really love that player too. Who took him? Let's see. Big Dog. Let's see his team. For those of you in the comment section, wow, what a risky wide receiver core. Don't bash these guys. They don't. If they have a bad team, they draft guys early. Taking Frank Gore, LeGarrette Blount so early, and Kelvin Benjamin, all guys that we bashed on the show. Grabbing QBs early. These guys, some of them don't live for fantasy football. They do it for fun. They're not like you and I studying this stuff day in, day out. Making sure that we're trying to win. they really just want to have fun. And some of them, they just want to grab players that they like, or some of them, they just want to grab players who, you know, are on their favorite team. So, you know, try to be easy on them when you're like, wow, why would he take this guy here? Why would they take that guy there? Well, what reasons they have? They're probably not good reasons. I mean, if you're thinking of the mindset to win, but if you're thinking of just having fun, it's all in good fun. That's what it's all about. But anyways, that's enough about that. I'm almost certainly going to take Joe Mixon and also Amir Abdullah. I mean, I could take Michael Crabtree for sure, but I can get value at wide receiver later in the draft. I already have AJ and Demarius. I don't think I'm ever going to get a chance to have Joe Mixon and Amir Abdullah as my RBs with Dalvin Cook. I mean, I don't like taking that many rookies, but Joe Mixon in the 5th. Let me just make sure he didn't get hurt or anything. Nothing special on him, huh? Yeah, so just in case he got injured, I don't know. Oh no, Joe Mixon just got taken. That sucks. Oh, well, that's what happens in draft suits between Allen Robinson and Michael Crabtree. I like the upside of Allen Robinson. I don't mind Michael Crabtree either. I think he's going to be solid, but I already have a safe floor guy in Demaryius Thomas. See if there's anyone I missed. Kind of like Devontae Parker at this pick, but not ahead of Allen Robinson. So, don't get me wrong. I think we have Michael Crabtree ranked ahead of Allen Robinson, or it's close, one or the other. But the thing is, we talked about roster construction, right? Safe floor versus high ceiling. AJ Green, high ceiling and safe floor. Demaryius Thomas, safe floor, not so high of a ceiling. Allen Robinson, high ceiling, low floor. So, you know, a nice, decent floor player next, someone like Eric Decker would be nice. Well, it's good to see. I think I saw Terrence West's name crawling up here somewhere. Eric Decker would be great. Jeremy Maclin rose a ton, I think. Or maybe, wait, yeah, Jeremy Maclin and Decker are both rising. I think they were like pick 80 something last time I did a draft. Sucks I couldn't get Parker. That guy will never fall to me, I don't think, anymore. Someone who drafted Martellus Bennett right now. Mark Ingram's a great pick. I personally like Abdullah a little bit better. Mark Ingram's going to be a beast. He's basically going to be, you know, an RB2 at worst. Mike Gillislee has looked phenomenal in his limited workload. It's been a weird kind of transition for Mike Gillislee. He kind of went from, first he went from super hype, right? Mike Gillislee to the Patriots. Oh, LeGarrette Blount 2.0. Then he went to being, oh, don't draft him. He's overhyped. He's injured. He shouldn't be going this early in drafts. Don't draft him. You're crazy. And then his ADP took a little tumble, you know. And then now, look at him. He excels in preseason. He gets picked 66th overall, which I think is not really that fair of a value. But let's see what other RBs there are. Not much. Yeah, Terrence West. Danny Woodhead, I would take over him any day of the week, especially in where we're getting some sort of points in a per reception league. The fact that no one wants Danny Woodhead right now really baffles me. Someone took Paul Perkins over Danny Woodhead. Don't do that. I'm not personally a fan of Theo Riddick, but I am a Danny Woodhead fan. He's been top 12 in PPR many years. Ideally, Maclin, Decker. Let's see some teams here. Not a bad team. Isaiah Crowell, Lamar Miller, Paul Perkins, yuck. Gurley, Gordon, Hilton, Adams, Kareem Hunt. Yep, Kareem Hunt. He's going to be the guy for a little bit. Gillisley. Not bad, Dylan. Dak. Way too early for Dak. Jay Ajayi, Michael Thomas. He had a really good first 2 picks. I think it was a stretch to get Fitz in the 3rd round. And I think he went Powell in the 4th. And then, or maybe went Powell in the 3rd, Fitz in the 4th, Dak in the 5th, Bennett in the 6th. Either way, it's a reach on everyone, but remember, he's a Green Bay fan, so Bennett. Raise your dongers. We have Jordan Howard, Carlos Hyde, Odell, Emmanuel Sanders, Michael Crabtree. Really good value on Crabtree there. It was very hard for me not to take him, especially since I'm super not high on Allen Robinson right now. And I took him. Is there any chance that I get Parker, Macklin, Decker, Woodhead, or Diggs? That would be just amazing. Talk about safe floor guy. I can get Diggs. He's still not that good in 0.5 PPR. He's literally losing, 40, 45 points because he's like what? He's a 90 reception guy, He's a 100 reception guy potentially, So what does that lose you throughout the whole season? Well, if you're only getting half a point for reception compared to a point, you're losing half of his reception production. That's 50 points. 50 points is a lot. Eddie Lacy, Robert Kelly. I'm so glad I took these RBs. I think I'm fine at running back now. I got really good targets of mine. DeMarco Murray was just the one who fell to me. I had others that I would rather have ahead of him. I did have the choice between Jordan Howard or DeMarco Murray. I went DeMarco. That's just my personal preference. If you take Howard, I understand. He's a solid running back. At least he was last year, and we'll see this year. Now, Amir Abdullah and Dalvin Cook, solid options for sure. Dalvin Cook is just a phenomenal talent we've been seeing in preseason. Oh, Jamal Charles played yesterday. I'd love to see how he did. But he must have done well. He made the roster. Let's see. 42 yards on 6 touches. Several strong pass blocks. Good for him. Good for him. He had a good game. Yeah, I didn't watch that game. He definitely shouldn't be going that early. But, like I said, the more they take these weird picks, the more value I'm going to have. I'm almost a lock to get. I don't want to say that because I always jinx myself. But I am really, I think I'm going to get some guys that I like. Running backs are going. Terrence West was one of my targets too. Jimmy Graham might be the pick too. That hurts. So we had Decker. I want Macklin. I want Parker. I want really bad. Diggs. I want. Danny Woodhead. I want. Is anyone ever going to take Danny Woodhead? What's going on? We'll have to make sure he didn't get hurt either. I should have done this before the game, but I was having computer troubles. I hardly made it on here in time to draft because my computer restarted. I have a really nice computer too. I use it for PC gaming and everything. It's like super, super good. But okay, he just missed a game with a hamstring issue. Yeah, but my computer restarted itself and never did that ever. And then when I turned on my computer, it wouldn't connect to the internet, and I thought it was my network card, but everything was working fine, and I just had to do a bunch of weird shit to get it to work. And I hardly made it. I was like 2 minutes late. I wanted to be 5 minutes early, do some research, but if you're on time, you're late. Oh well, like I said, Danny Wood had excellent value there. Good for that guy. Bad for me. So right now, Devontae Parker, Jeremy Maclin, Eric Decker. There is a shot I get none of those guys. So Willie Snead. So I got Stephon Diggs. He's my fourth option because remember, this isn't PPR. Half point, he loses half of those receptions. A guy like Devontae Parker is a much better option. Between Jeremy Maclin and Stephon Diggs, it's very close in half point. I may even give the edge to Stephon Diggs. But if I have a choice, I'm not sure. May go Parker. Parker's my number one right now. I'm for sure going to get to pick between two of them. Let me just make sure there's no RBs that I want to get. No. Jimmy Graham's a great pick here too. But I think I'm going to go Eifert later. Oh, Diggs is gone. Broncos defense. So I get Parker. Oh my gosh, this is phenomenal. I want Decker. I really want Decker. Between Maclin and Decker. I've been getting Maclin a lot. But I want Eric Decker. Yeah, that's close. I have to go back to the rankings. I have them very close. I'm loving this team. Actually, the pick that I like the least is Allen Robinson in the 5th round. How can you be mad at getting Allen Robinson in the 5th round? I don't know, but I am. It's safe to say I'm stacked. Let's look at some late round running backs. I might have to go QB next pick. My target is Kirk Cousins. I doubt I'm going to get him. Especially, he'll probably go in this round. So, next, I'll probably just keep waiting. I'm fine with Stafford. I think Stafford has a good matchup week 1. Yeah, I might go QB tight end. Hopefully get Eifert and Cousins would be amazing, but I don't think that's happening. Not sure why. So Pierre Garcon's another guy in 0.5 PPR. He's good, but you need some touchdowns in 0.5. You just do. Let's see. Let's target here. Let's start looking back at some of these teams. I should be focusing on Green Bay. He takes before me, but this guy's been incomplete. He's been a complete wild card. He went Justin Tucker and Broncos. He filled out his starting roster first. Not recommended. But that team alone isn't that bad. I mean, any given week it could beat mine already. But once you get some injuries, you're gonna find yourself in some trouble. See me, I could. And by the way, my name's Carry Me Odell because last season I had Odell and all my team was dead. I had Melvin Gordon, I had AJ Green, and the only person I had left. And don't ask me how I got AJ Green and Melvin Gordon. I pulled off, or AJ Green and Odell. I pulled off a crazy trade as I always do. Kirk Cousins is now gone, by the way. But I'm carrying me Odell because by the time I made it to the playoffs, my team was just decimated with injuries. I had like Kenneth Farrow. Here, I think I can. Oh no, it finally got rid of my old team. I remember I checked this morning. But yeah, I had Kenneth Farrow starting, Odell. I still had Drew Brees, which was fine, but he wasn't doing too great for most of the playoffs. And so, yeah, I still ended up making second place. Second place to the guy who had David Johnson. No real surprise. David Johnson is just a beast. And in championship weekend, I think he played Seattle and scored like 3 touchdowns, something ridiculous. It was like impossible for me to catch up. Yeah, but still, I got paid, so that's good. I should win this league again this year. At least cash. Have to get some unlucky situations. So we have Tom Brady, Joe Mixon. I really like Joe Mixon pick. Oof, I probably would have taken him definitely over Allen Robinson. I would have felt much better about my team if I right now had Joe Mixon and Amir Abdullah for those picks. But I'm just so surprised Parker and Decker fell. You guys really need to be drafting Parker everywhere. So all the quarterbacks are gone. I'm left with Jack. I definitely need to get a quarterback before they literally are all gone. Jameis Winston. If I don't get Jameis, pretty screwed. I'm going to be streaming, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Let's see. Kirk Cousins. It's a pretty good team he's putting together. See what else I got, because I still get another pick after too. I'm definitely going to take Jeremy Maclin. If he falls to me, that would just be insanity. There's no way. No way. I have no problem waiting on defense. I don't think anyone's been drafting Eagles defense in their top 5. Maybe top 8 worst. Not top 8 the worst, but like at worst they're going to be top 8. Chiefs, they play Patriots week 1. That sucks. Because I mean, I would start them against the Patriots just because I am not going to roster a second defense, and I could care less if I lose in week 1. I always think my team's so strong in week 1 that yeah, even with a bad defense, I'll be fine. Because, you know, sometimes defenses only put up like 5 points. So, I might just not even get a quarterback in stream. Rudolph here is an excellent value. And so is it Maclin. I might have to go Maclin, Rudolph. And Coleman is great value here. What's going on? I'm not taking quarterback. I have to take advantage of this. Jeremy Maclin's gone. I'm going to have to go Rudolph, Coleman. Yeah, I'm going Rudolph for sure. Rudolph in the 9th, 10th, whatever. Let me see his. Yeah, someone took Eifert. I'm going Rudolph. Let's see. Jameis is already gone. What's the point? See how Andrew Luck's doing. The thing with Luck is, even if he plays week 1, be careful. The odds are against Andrew Luck playing week 1. That does not sound good. So you're going to have to roster 2 QBs, and you definitely don't want to do that. So let's see. Kyle Rudolph for sure. I don't think I'm going to draft a QB. I think I'm going to stream. Let's see. Luck, Tyrod. Tyrod's not bad. I'm not drafting a QB. I'm going to go for Tevin Coleman got taken now. Well, that's rough. Tyrell. I need to start getting some running backs, though. Yeah, guys, looks like I'm streaming. Too much value. And they take stupid amount of quarterbacks early. I'll just trade from one team. Like, let's see how many have 2. 1 quarterback. 1 quarterback. 1 quarterback. 1 quarterback, which is Big Ben. Matt Ryan. 1 quarterback. So where are all the quarterbacks gone? Am I doing my math wrong? 1 QB. 2 QBs. So this is a good guy to target for Matthew Stafford. He already has Drew Brees. Wasted pick and Stafford. He definitely needs bench too because he took a defense early. So if I was, you know, talking to him about his team, I would be like, don't take a defense that early, and also don't draft 2 quarterbacks. You could have 2 solid wide receivers, because the only receivers he has are Cooper and Jones, which are great, and also Crowder. Not enough depth. 1 injury away, 1 bye week away from starting a waiver wire player. That's me. No, this guy needs a QB really bad, for sure. And what is he doing? Drafting 10 wide receivers. No more wide receivers. I'm done. Here's another guy with 2 QBs to target. Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota. I really like Marcus Mariota right now. I would love to have a Mariota-Decker combination, because I did draft Decker. I actually might make a trade and get... This guy's Martavis Bryant also, so I am definitely going to be targeting this guy heavily after week 1, after I have a couple studs. I really want Marvin Jones, though. Rex Burkhead's probably my next pick, if he makes it to me. Rivers will be on waivers. Probably not. Everyone's going to end up rostering him, too. Carson Palmer's probably who I'll get, just because he has a super easy passing schedule. Tyrod. I really like Tyrod. I'll still get Tyrod with my next pick if he's there. I don't feel too bad about it. I'm probably one of the only people that think Tyrod doesn't really get a true downgrade. Depends on what takes McFadden. In leagues, I feel like with inexperienced players, right? I think that people in inexperienced leagues take McFadden more. Players like McFadden. Yet this is definitely one of the most inexperienced. This is the most inexperienced league that I'm in, and McFadden's still on the board. No one wants Britt. Britt's a great value. No one wants Luck. Understandable. I may grab a Tyrod Luck combination. That would be cool, wouldn't it? How bad is how sketch is it to draft Luck at this point in the 13th round? Is it really that sketch? Look at Marvin Jones, who's a huge target of mine, but do I really need him? I just, sometimes when the value's there and I really think a player's good, even if I don't need him, I just think about just trading someone really good. Because, like, if Marvin Jones hits, Parker hits, forget about Tyrell and Decker. Both of those guys should be solid. But I can trade Demaryius Thomas. I can trade Allen Robinson for sure. I think I'm going to trade Allen Robinson. I'm going to trade, like, Allen Robinson and Demaryius Thomas for, who knows, whatever I can get. I'm going to try to get a trade for Martavis Bryant. Wouldn't mind doing that. Definitely need some RBs, though. Kenny Britt's finally gone. Let's see, Marshawn, David Johnson. Woof, David Johnson. That guy's so good. See, I need an RB, and I'm not even going to draft McFadden. It's not, like, super bad value this late. Well, I figure it out, but, I mean, am I going to start McFadden in bad matchups over Dalvin Cook? No. Rex Burkhead for sure. I'm going to go Tyrod and Rex. But I really want Marvin. Why can't they? I just have 3 picks. Could be perfect. Adam Thielen's actually a guy I don't think I'm ever going to draft. Not even in PPR. He did have like a 200-something yard game with maybe 2 touchdowns, or maybe he had a separate game with 2 touchdowns. But yeah, his name was out there on the waivers for, kind of like a watch list. But never amounted to much. Derrick Henry's a great pick. Oh, especially since I think I have to go Henry and hope that these guys aren't on Rex. I'm not sure if I'll get him. Get Rex again. Should I not get Tyrod and go Henry Burkhead? I think I have to go Tyrod. Well, Andrew Luck's gone, so that picks. Yeah, I do have Henry in the rankings ahead of. And since I do have DeMarco, it's kind of smart to get Henry. It's not like I'm handcuffing, because they're not. I mean, technically it's a handcuff. If anything happens to DeMarco, I'll have it. But like I said, Henry has flexible start value. You never want to limit your upside by starting. You don't want to limit your upside by starting, two RBs on the same team. It worked out for some Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman people last year. But let's see if I have Tyrod still. Yeah, I'm getting Tyrod. I have to. I can't have no QB. I have no problem streaming, but I do still like Tyrod. See what kind of values there are. I don't think Thomas Rawls is a bad pick. He has a chance to hit. Derrick Henry or Rex, just because Gillislee was looking so good. I think I'm gonna have to go Derrick Henry just for the safety factor. I would never reach on Derrick Henry, but look, we're gonna pick 132. And then I have 156, so then I'm going to have to start figuring out my kicker and defense pretty soon. There's a chance these guys just don't even know about Rex Burkhead. I'm loving this team. Loving it. Tyrod has, what, a concussion is it right now? Yeah. Only one drive concussion. He has looked awful all summer. I will say that. Get it together, bud. But he runs, and I like him. Especially considering some of these teams have 2 QBs. I'm still getting Tyrod. Some value there. I'll take it. So RBs, let's see what defenses are left. My defense right there. See which team needs a defense. If they start grabbing 2 defenses, oh shoot, this guy's gonna get. This guy loves the Eagles. He's gonna get my Eagles defense. I know it. But even if he does, I can get Ravens or I can get Giants. Ravens were pretty good last year, right? No, not really. Eagles were good last year. Giants were good last year. Jags are sleeper. Falcons came up at the end of last season. Watch, I have a feeling this guy's going to get Eagles D. I almost have to grab Eagles D with my next pick. Even though I always get them last, I almost have to get Eagles defense. Good value still. Spencer Ware, we all know he's injured. He dropped fast. Then we have Jeremy Hill, not a bad pick. Samaje Perine, Alvin Kamara, Latavius Murray, Shane Vereen. Rex is for sure my next target. Marvin Jones went late. So it's going to be Rex Burkhead and Eagles defense. And then I'll still have one more spot. And I'll go a running back. Jamal Williams probably. And that'll be a sick team. I'm very happy with this team. And just get some kicker. If everything works out that way. A lot of these people are Patriots fans. This is a team I'm in with my cousin, and they live in Vermont, and they love the Patriots over there. So I'm surprised that nobody's on Rex Burkhead yet. kind of goes hand in hand if you ask me. Patriots fan, get the rookie running. They're not rookie, but get the running back who's kind of been making a name for himself recently in preseason. Every time a defense gets taken, I get a little happier. Ooh, phew. Adam Vinatieri. He still has another pick, though. Let's see if he don't take it. Don't do it. Don't get the Eagles defense. Don't do it. Whew. Panthers. He's an Eagles fan. That's why. But no faith in your team. I'm also an Eagles fan, too. But I'm not biased. The Eagles are a really good defense. They've been looking great. Like, I mean, in preseason, I know it's preseason, but their first team offense or defense is just really good, and the offense should be able to put up some points. There's a chance that they force some teams to actually make mistakes. They're playing quarterbacks like Trevor Siemian. Alex Smith doesn't really make mistakes, but he doesn't put up a lot of points either. So if we get a fumble recovery, something like that, keep the score low. That's a reasonable game. Phillip Rivers, led the league in interceptions last year. I expect that to not be the case this year because he has his weapons back, but still the guy has been known to throw a pick or two. Pick 6 is not out of the question in that game. We play Dak with no running game. We play Eli. He throws a lot of picks, and that's going to be a low-scoring game too. The Redskins, I don't even mind starting in week 1. They play the Redskins. That's probably the strongest offense that, I haven't went through the whole schedule yet, but I know that in our division, and we play the AFC West, that and maybe arguably the Raiders are the strongest offense, and I wouldn't even be afraid of starting them against either of those matchups. Now, if Aaron Rodgers came to town, I might have to leave him on the bench. Let's see. I'm really hoping for Rex. Have I made any wrong picks so far? I think every pick I got a value at. This league's for money, guys. This isn't a play league. This is for real money. Let's go Rex. Come on. Spencer Ware should still be drafted too. I think I almost have to take him with my last pick. See what we got for kickers. Matt Prater, solid. Dustin Hopkins is the best. I'm gonna probably grab Hopkins. He'll be gone though. Blair Walsh is a great target. Isn't that funny? Blair Walsh was the Vikings kicker, right? They released him. He lost them. There's that game in the playoffs. What? Not last year, the year before. He literally lost them the game because Eric Ebron at 150. That's sick. He lost them the game because he missed like a 30-yard field goal. And Blair Walsh now is on the Seattle Seahawks. So it's almost like maybe he did it on purpose. Just kidding. Of course he didn't. That's probably one of the worst moments of his career. Okay, thank you for taking Spencer Ware. I was starting to get tempted, and I want some Burkhead. So what's less likely to be taken? Let's see who doesn't have a defense first. Defense. 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 No defense. Oh, that's me. Defense. 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 No defense. So Dylan, Kylie. And I'm happy with Giants. Oh, 2 teams without a defense. I'm going to do it. I'm going for Eagles. Yeah. Because I'm not happy. If I was going to say, if just one team didn't have one, I'm happy with Eagles or Giants defense. I'm a little less happy with, I think a tier below is Jaguars and the Falcons for me. So if there was only one person without a defense, then I'd be fine because, yeah, okay, he takes Eagles, I take Giants, or he takes Giants, I take the Eagles. That's what I wanted. But when there's two teams that need a defense, it's a little different story. You got great value with Woodhead here. This is my cousin. He's a really good team, especially Eric Ebron late. Terrell Pryor. Yeah, he got great value on everything. Jarvis, Perkins. He's going to be a pain in the butt. He always is every year. He comes in strong. He took Jameis for me. But my team's no slouch either. My team is definitely no slouch. Let's see, kicker. Well, the good news is maybe they need to get kicker first, and I can, or get the defense first, then I can grab the kicker that I want. I think Dustin Hopkins is a great kicker. But let's see my last RB target. I said Jamal Williams earlier, not Joe Williams. Is Jamal Williams gone? Someone took him. Oh, Chris Hogan. Yes, he has to be a target, guys. I'm not seeing Jamal Williams taken. Am I blind? Jonathan Williams, Joe Williams. Can we stop it with the Williams guys? Andre Williams. Okay, let's see. Team Green Bay. This is how you have to do it when you're blind like me. And I know you guys probably right here. No, he's taken for sure. He's taken. Let's see. Probably by the Green Bay Muck Dogs, right? Where is he? Nope. Oh well. That was probably my last, gonna be my last RB pick. I'm just about finished here. This guy got a good deal on the vets. The vets that have no upside. Spencer Ware, Jeremy Hill, Jonathan Stewart. But you got Joe Mixon as his RB1. Yikes. There's Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams, great pick that late. Shane Vereen, great pick too. 0.5 though, remember, 0.5 PPR, different story. Alright, so Mason Crosby, Matt Prater, a couple kickers taken. I still want Dustin Hopkins really bad. So who would I take at running back? Alvin Kamara, Samaje Perine for sure. Even though Rob Kelly's been looking good, Perine has looked bad at times. I'll still take him. Jonathan Williams isn't bad too in standard. He's gonna kind of be like what Gillislee was last year. Also, we all know McCoy's a little injury prone. He has played relatively a good amount of games throughout his career, but as a whole, he is, you know, a little bit on the injury prone side. In which case, Jonathan Williams will be the starter, and then you have yourself a starter. So, Funchess, Dustin Hopkins is gone. That's too bad. See, I don't mind Janikowski. Probably Blair Walsh though. I think over Janikowski. We don't do kicker rankings. It's stupid. Basically, you want him on a team that doesn't have as good of red zone efficiency, so you're probably not getting Tennessee's kicker. You also want a team that puts up a lot of points. Seattle Seahawks falls in about midway in both of those categories. Sebastian Janikowski. They put up a ton of points. That's going to be good. That's why last year Dustin Hopkins was so good, because one of the bigger stats, right? Red zone efficiency, you want it down. Who is like one of the least efficient quarterbacks in the red zone? It was Kirk Cousins. And conversely, who was one of the best kickers in the league last year? It was Dustin Hopkins. So you just kind of want to think of stuff like that. So when like you think Marcus Mariota and Eric Decker, well, that's going to be a match made in heaven. Well, what should that tell you? Don't take the kicker on their team. Tampa Bay may struggle a little bit in the red zone, but I still have faith in them. Cincinnati won't. Arizona won't. Houston might, but I don't think that they're going to be able to move the ball enough to even make that worth it. Philly, they might, and they should be able to move the ball. That actually might be a good sleeper kicker if you think about it. But I think I'm going Blair Walsh, because every year Seattle's kicker's solid. You got Russell Wilson leading the helm. They're going to be able to move the chains. They win games. They win close games by field goals. Blair Walsh has always been an excellent kicker for fantasy on the Vikings, and you can't go wrong. Ryan. Alright guys, this is my team. Tyrod Taylor, not fantastic, he has a concussion, but I had no other options, and I do really like Tyrod. He makes plays with his legs. You've heard us talk about him on the channel a lot. DeMarco Murray, Dalvin Cook, Amir Abdullah, Derrick Henry, Rex Burkhead, Samaje Perine. That's a lot of running backs. Definitely top heavy with DeMarco, Dalvin, and Amir. DeMarco and Dalvin being my week in, week out starters. But Amir Abdullah is a great option to toss in the flex in a good matchup. And who knows, he might end up being more valuable than one of them. Also, if I lose a running back, Amir Abdullah should be able to fit in just nicely. He should have some RB2 value throughout the season. Now, Rex Burkhead, a little bit on the unknown area, but he is a hot up-and-coming name. I basically got him for free. He's been going much earlier in a lot of drafts. Derrick Henry is a safety net for my DeMarco Murray pick, so theoretically I should, unless the whole team as a whole is unproductive, I should be able to have a strong and powerful back from the Tennessee Titans for the whole season. Samaje Perine, he is more of a sleeper pick. Keep him on my bench. He probably will be the first person I drop, because well, first, he was my last pick. Second, he is not guaranteed to be the starter, at least not soon. And you know, if by week 4 he's not the starter, you know, I'm not saying there's no reason to keep him on your bench, but if a need comes, I think he is the weakest link in this team. I may try to trade him to get some trade value if possible, but no guarantees there. So we have my wide receiver core, which is clearly my strongest and deepest. This is where I see most of my flex value coming in week to week. 0.5 PPR. Standard leagues, you want to start a running back in the flex. 0.5 PPR, you don't really have to start a running back. So I think having the depth of AJ Green, Demaryius Thomas, Allen Robinson, Devontae Parker, Eric Decker, and Tyrell, one of those guys, depending on the matchup, I'm going to be able to start in the flex. So that's my team, guys. We'll be starting soon. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. We thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.